Okay, kids are fed, and have you ever noticed that you'll see moms and they are totally rocking that messy bun look? I'm not one of them. Just want to throw that out there right now. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to get started with everything that I've learned. I'm very humbled that you guys are even joining this class. Just for the simple fact, like I said, I'm very unqualified to teach this. Wouldn't you know, on a week that I am teaching on emotions, I have had a very, very stressful couple of weeks. Just to share a little bit about what's going on in my life, my cat is trying to die on me. He is doing a lot better, but I actually called the vet and they told me that he needed emergency surgery. He was peeing blood and he wasn't using his litter box to do that, and so I kept finding it in my bathtub, and it was so sad. And so they told me it was going to be $1,600 in order for me to basically have emergency surgery for him. And even after I paid $1,600 for surgery, they didn't know if that was actually going to work, if he would have to have another one, or if basically he, would even make it afterwards, because he had crystals in his urine. And so I didn't really feel like flushing $1,600 down the toilet for like a maybe. I love my kitty. If it was a guaranteed, I probably would have thought a lot harder about that. But what I did was a lot of research on essential oils. I made him his very own little kitty blend. And he has been doing so much better. He is peeing pretty decently now. He's eating and he's not peeing blood anymore. And he's using his cat box. However, he's making a mess everywhere, so that's kind of driving me crazy. On top of that, my youngest was sick. She had a fever. I was having to take time off work. I have too much going on work. I've recently fell into some feelings, and so trying to navigate what that looks like in my life. And it's just kind of been, that saying, when it rains, it pours. And so that's just been what's going on in my life. And so what I kind of noticed is that when emotions come up, I just don't deal with them. I very actively run away, and I kind of thought that I was possibly unique in that. And through all the research that I'm doing, I'm finding out that I am totally not unique in that, guys. You are not alone. We are all in this together. I am not the only one who's running from those emotions. It's actually very common for us to stuff those down. It's very uncommon for us to actually have the tools to deal with those in a healthy manner. So I'm just going to kind of go into why essential oils work, kind of what the science behind. Oh, kitty, that's a bad idea. See, he's very alive and well, guys. He's come here. Come join me over here. Okay, cool. So my phone is like very strategically placed, and at any moment it could fall. So basically what I did is I've watched lots of classes, lots of YouTube videos, read crazy amount of articles, as well as been to past classes that some of our leaders have taught on the subject. And so I just kind of wanted to start off. Amanda Wilson right now is actually, oh yeah, me too, Missy, jeez. It's tough, it really is, trying to be the best us that we can be, because that's what God created us to be. But Amanda Wilson is a rock star. She just won Sleek. She is actually doing a live video right now as I'm doing my video. So she's awesome. If you get a chance to kind of like hop between or at least go back and watch her, she's inspirational as far as leader goes. She's a red personality. I totally resonate with her. And she's just got a lot of very cool candor about her. I'm somebody who really appreciates candor. So she's very cool. So anyways, what she kind of taught in one of her classes was that certain smells trigger different memories. That's something that we kind of know. You know, fresh cookies can bring back childhood of mom baking cookies. For me, the smell of musty rain has this, every time I smell musty rain, I remember riding my bike as a kid in the neighborhood. One of the oils in the Feelings kit is Inner Child, and it actually brought back a very, very vivid childhood memory of walking down this pathway of flowers with my best friend and her mom. Right now I can't even tell you where that was. I know it was back home in the mountains I grew up in, and it was just kind of a really warm, fuzzy, and beautiful feeling that promoted. So that was really cool. So the molecules of essential oils are small enough to circulate through human tissue, bringing nutrients to the cells and carrying waste toxins out of the cells. So they actually help pull those toxins out of us, which I thought was absolutely fascinating. Essential oils also carry electrons and oxygen into human tissue. So not only are they taking the oxygen out, they're actually breathing new oxygen into it, okay? So essential oils carry coded information that can be translated by cellular DNA, to which can be of great therapeutic benefit to people. So physical, mental, and emotional benefits to us. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of different compounds found in essential oil molecules, each with an affinity to for certain cells of the human bodies. So molecules of essential oils are like enzymes, hormones, vitamins, ligands. They carry information that is pertinent only to the cells with the receptor sites able to accept that specific ligand of molecules. Hence that some oil molecules gravitate to muscle tissue, others to our nerves, others still to the digestive systems, and others to the heart, and etc. Each administering benefits, including the removal of toxins and opening of emotionally stored memory in the DNA. So that's just absolutely neat. I know that if you have a premium starter kit, there are specific oils. We know Panaway is really good for supporting our muscles. Digize is really good for supporting our digestive system. So it's really neat that these molecules from these essential oils actually talk to our body, and our body knows exactly which molecules to pull out of there and to use. And so that to me was really, really fascinating, that it actually, these plants, they talk to our bodies, and our bodies respond in how that is. So that, you know, these are kind of things that we listen to, and I mean, maybe in the back of our head we know, but when we actually like state something, that is, it becomes more tangible, more real, more of an enlightening understanding. And so that's kind of what I did as I started learning about all of these things. So not only can oils help release cellular memories stored anywhere in the body, depending on the oils applied, they also directly stimulate the limbic system, or emotional brain, which is in the center of our heads. So our eyes, our ears, our tongue, and our sense of touch are all wired so that their message passed to the brain via the reasoning cortex first. But the nose, however, is wired differently. It connects directly to the limbic brain, such that one's response to an aroma is going to be an emotional before it can be rational. And that's hence these memories that we have that are triggered directly by smell. It's fully an emotional feeling first, and then we remember. So like I was saying, Inner Child, it gave me that really warm, fuzzy, I felt the sun kind of coming down on me as I was smelling these flowers. It was a very, very pleasant place for me to basically get to visit again, because that's kind of what we do with those smells, is we revisit those memories and let that emotion take over us. And then it becomes the rational thought to it. So therefore, because inhaled oils directly affect the emotional state in our brains where traumatic memories are often stored, and because oils can release cellular memories stored anywhere in the body, they can be of great value in helping us clear ourselves from the unconscious, hidden emotional patterns that can control our lives and hold us back from the full manifestation of our potential. And so what's really neat is everything that I've been reading and learning, and I'm going to kind of walk through with you guys, is these toxic emotions, these negative energies that we have stored in our body are not allowing us to be our best selves. And using aromatherapy, that's what it was originally first used for, or recognized, I wouldn't say used for, but recognized for, is to help us release these toxins that we have stored, based to traumas that we have in our lives that we've just kind of stuffed ever so compactly down there instead of actually dealt with. So I actually got to listen to Dr. Benjamin Purkis. He is the creator of the Aroma Freedom Technique, and he actually did a segment on cravings. I'm not really going to go into the cravings, but I'm going to take some nuggets out of that class that he taught and kind of share those with you. But what was something that was really neat to really neat to note in his class that he shared was when we have specific negative emotions that we don't want to deal with, we deal with them in a physical way, and a lot of times what that looks like is a craving. So you've heard the term an emotional eater. So that's kind of where that comes from. Some people use excessive compulsive disorder to deal with an emotion that they're feeling. Me, when I'm angry, I like to clean. I'll clean the whole darn house because for me, it's something I can control. And so starting to recognize that within myself of an emotion is something that I feel very out of control and something I can't control. So I like to supplement that by something I can control, and that is to clean dirt off of things. So, you know, when people go through bad breakups, they like to eat the pint of ice cream because it tastes good and it makes them feel good. So there's just certain things that, certain cravings that we have that happen to be emotionally based. And so he basically helps. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I could learn how to like turn off my phone and not get notifications when I teach classes, because that definitely happens to me all the time. So, but one of the things that, you guys totally heard that, huh? So one of the things that he basically said, and it's worth noting, it's so simple, guys. This right here is totally a gold nugget. Is it's okay to feel things. I know, that was profound, wasn't it? But it is. And I think that we are so afraid at times to just feel things, and it's okay. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. I'm not good at the crying one, so I'm definitely waiting for an emotional release because I think I kind of need to get that gunk out of there. Because I definitely, there's times where I'm like, oh, okay, I should just cry, I feel it coming on, and then it just never happens. And I want to cry, so that's something that I totally need to happen in my life. But another thing he states is emotional balance is the cornerstone to physical health and spiritual wellness. So our thoughts have vibrations which attract like disease. I'm going to post an article here a little bit later that is going to show you some of the effects that our emotions play on our physical health. So what's really something I'm just going to share with you guys, I'm in a sharing mood, isn't that fun? So when my ex-husband and I were still together, right before he left, I was under a lot of stress. I don't want to go too much into our story because I really don't want to paint any negativity around the situation, but there was a lot of emotional trauma that he was really doing to me. And what that manifested as was actual physical chest pains, to where it didn't feel like a heart attack, but it felt like a stabbing motion in my chest. I actually had some friends in the nursing field who made me go to the emergency room because I was having such severe chest pains. And what they basically found is that I had so much stress in my life that I was swollen in my cartilage around my heart, and it was causing pain around that. And so it was causing the stabbing feeling. What's really interesting for me to note was the day that my ex walked out, I actually ceased all of that pain. It legitimately felt, I mean, in the most literal sense, a weight being taken off my chest, because I no longer had to wonder what was going to happen that night. I no longer had to wonder what my life was going to look like. And so that to me was crazy to realize. You know, the doctor told me you're too stressed, and I'm like, oh yeah, thanks for telling me that. What do I do about it? And so it totally disappeared. And so rereading this article, it's true. A lot of these things that we have going on in our life, these physical ailments that we have, can actually be due to undealt with emotions or even stress in our lives. And so it really is so important for us to learn how to deal with these, so that we can be healthy, just not even emotionally and mentally, but physically as well. And so the article that I'm going to post, check it out. Look at some of these. As I was reading some of the things that they were saying, of the physical ailments that you would have would be due to emotional things that maybe you've had triggered in your life. I was totally, I felt like, who's been reading my mail? Because a lot of them really resonated with me. And so I've got a lot of stuff that I just kind of need to unpack. And so I'm scared to death to do that, but I really want to, because I want to be a healthy individual. So we have to deal with emotions that we feel every day. We have strong feelings and we run away from them. But if we breathe through the feelings and let it wash through us, we can find peace in them. And I think the most profound statement that he had said right after this was, ride the wave, because no wave lasts forever. So how true is that? It's not going to be there forever. But we certainly don't want it to continue to crash over us and keep beating us down every single time. So you know what? Let's quit letting it beat us down. Let's hop on that surfboard, ladies, and let's ride this wave. All right. I love surfing. Just kidding. I don't even know how, but I like to look at it. It's pretty. All right. So then I watched another YouTube video with Lauren Brett, and she had some really cool facts that I'm going to just share with you guys. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about the Feeling Kit and how to actually use it in your daily life. So one of the things she stated was that 77% of people in the U.S. experience physical symptoms caused by stress. So 77 just in the U.S. have physical symptoms just from stress. So 73% regularly experience psychological symptoms caused by stress. I know that I suffered from anxiety for years, and it took me a lot of research, a lot of prayer, a lot of Jesus. I use oils now too to help support my emotional state, but it took a lot of me recognizing the stress in my life and how to deal with that was what was causing my anxiety, because anxiety is really undealt with stress. We compartmentalize that stress instead of actually dealing with it. So stress is actually something, it's probably one of the only emotions I would say I'm really good at dealing with. The other stuff, not so much. So 33% feel that they are living with extreme stress. I actually remember back in grade school, I had a girl, we were in junior high. She was losing her hair due to stress in her life. We were like 12, 13. We're like 13 at that time, and this girl is losing, her hair is falling out in patches. She goes to the doctor, and the doctor tells her it's from stress. That's extreme. So stress is called the killer disease. That's not anything new that we didn't know. We've heard that before. Oh, you guys see this? This one's fun. This is my messy mom bun. It's doing its thing. So what's really neat is Gary Young made this kit to help us basically be our best selves and to help us find emotional balance in our life. So I am on Essential Rewards. I love Essential Rewards. I will sing it from the hilltops till the day that I die because I get free stuff from doing it, and I really like free stuff. I am the girl who will find the credit card that will give me money for spending my own money, and then will never use it like a credit card because I refuse to just, oh. That was my cat. Yes. Yes. Tell them. Say, it was me. Shame on me. All right. Just kidding, guys. Hope you didn't get sick just there. Come here, Spaz. Get down. Okay, cool. So, that was fun. Oh, so you guys are awesome, and I see you guys are commenting, but there's just no way that I can read it all and keep my train of thought because I have enough squirrels in my dang head anyways. But you guys are awesome, and I love that you're showing me the love right now. So, mass love back at all of you. I'll read all your comments later. But totally forgot what I was saying before my cat knocked over life. So, anyways, we're just going to get into the kit. And here it is. Isn't that so pretty? So, oh, I was talking about free things. That's what I was saying. Anyways, I've been saving up my reward points, and I got this kit for free. And this was the least favorite kit. So I'm not even kidding when I said, like, I just didn't buy into the whole, like, oh, feelings. Literally, when I got my product guide, I read through them, and I snickered. I was, like, reading some of these, and I'm like, forgiveness. That's gonna make me feel more forgiving. Yeah, okay. No, seriously, guys, I love it. I'm wearing forgiveness right now. It smells so good. And I need this, so it's awesome. Okay, so basically, the way that we can help find emotional balance, Gary Young says to use these every single day, morning and night. And we're gonna use all 6 of them. So I actually did my first set today, and I felt very balanced today. And so today for work is my Monday, and it didn't feel like a Monday. So normally did, but and I had a lot going on. I work in storage, which is not easy, and today was particularly hard to deal with. There was a lot, but I felt very stable in dealing with it all, where sometimes I probably during stressful times at work feel at least once a week I'm unqualified. Why did they hire me to manage this place? Like, who thought that was a good idea? And today was definitely one of those days I would have felt that, and I didn't. So anyways, I'm going to use these for 30 days, and I'm going to kind of report back to you just how I've been dealing. So the first one we are going to do is Valor 2. So basically what he says to do is to take a drop or 2 of this and put it on your feet morning and night. So what you want to do is before you rub this on your feet is you want to just smell the oil. You kind of want to trigger your brain and let it know that you're using them, because this one promotes courage and it makes you feel more alive. So Valor 1 is finally back in stock. The kit, however, does come with Valor 2. If you have Valor 1, you can supplement, obviously, and use that. I personally love the way Valor 1 smells. It's a Young Living favorite, but I'm not opposed to Valor 2 anymore. I was. When I very first smelled it, I was really not a fan, and I really like the smell of it now. Okay, so then you're going to use... Oh, this is fun, guys. You're going to use Harmony on your energy centers or your chakras. Okay, so I know that some of you out here are kind of going to have some apprehension to your energy centers or your chakras. But you're just do it, guys. So here's the thing. I believe in Jesus. Oh, hey girls. Sorry, guys. It's your dad. Take it in the room, please.
Can we have more pirate movie?
No, answer that. After I'm done with my class, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Go on. Okay. I know. I love you. In just a minute. Please don't. You are not going to starve. Did you eat all of your chicken nuggets? And all your pirate booty? Okay. It'll be just a minute. I'm almost done. The more you throw a fit, the longer this takes. Love your faces. Bye-bye. She needs some forgiveness. I'm just kidding. Lacey, shut the door. Oh, okay, fun. Life of a mom. So, I love Jesus with all of my heart, and the way that I feel about my chakra and stones, I actually have a chakra bracelet, is the fact that I don't worship the created things. What I worship is the creator. And my thoughts on this are that if Jesus can make plants to help support my body, who's to say that he can't make something else to support my body? So that's all I'm going to say there. I loved my amber teething necklace the entire time I had kids. I swear by them. And so that's where it is. I wear my chakra bracelet. I actually like to wear present time in this baby right here. So what you use with this is you're going to put it on all of your energy centers. I'm not going to name them all because I actually don't know them all by heart, but right here on your back, where your back meets your tailbone, you're going to put a drop there. You're going to put a drop above your, or on your stomach, so that core one right there, on your sternum, over your heart. Now your throat chakra is right here, or you can do it on the back base of your neck as well. And then you're going to put a drop here, and then you can put a drop on the top of your head. So you have 7 chakras that all align for well-being, okay? So next we're going to, oh, that was another good tip she brought, was moms to use harmony on our children. So you know that moment when they're all just losing it, and she did this and she said that, and we all know it. She said to basically use this, put it on their little foreheads, everybody hold hands, and say that we are harmonious, and speak life and speak those words over our kids in the situation. We like to do in our house, whenever we're having a really hard time getting along, is we like to each say 3 nice things about each other and what we love about the other person, just to bring those positive vibes back, and it makes everybody feel good. So I kind of totally stole that from, not gonna lie, Legally Blonde, little snaps jar. Yeah, that's kind of cool. When they're older, we'll definitely do a snaps jar. Okay. So next we're going to go ahead and do inner child. So you're going to put this around your navel or heart, behind your ears, or on your temples, okay? You can put one on each of your temples. So it helps us to be more connected to our original creativity of fearlessness. And we can also, oh, this was another fun tip that she used. I don't get to do this, so I'm totally sorry. You guys can. You want to come sit with me? You want to come teach my class? Come sit down and with me. Come sit. Can you say hi? You wave to them? No? Okay, that's fine. Don't wave. So she said that you can use this during intimate times with your spouse, and that it brings back feelings of when you guys were first dating, and just helps to have more fun. So life doesn't always have to be so serious all the time. So if you're in that serious mom mode and you just kind of need to chill, definitely using some of that inner child is good. One of my favorite things to say is adulting is overrated. I actually am really good at harnessing my inner child. Not all the time. Don't get me wrong. I can be a monster sometimes, and sometimes I definitely need that to help support me. But yeah, that's an oil or an area in my life where I definitely like to have a lot of fun. Sometimes too much fun. Sometimes I'm just a big kid. So then the other one we can use here is release. And so Gary says to put a drop of this either on our tongue or over our liver. I want to say it's on the right side, so right over here is where our liver is. So this helps to release toxic stored emotions, anger, bitterness, and other destructive feelings. So this one has been told that sometimes it'll actually make people cry unexpectedly. So not always, but it is a very just healing cry. Hold on, what? Okay. Can you just be patient? Give me 5 minutes.
Can I count to 5?
Well, no. If you count to 5, that's not 5 minutes. Okay. Go on. In 5 minutes, I will. But not if you throw a fit. If you throw a fit, then you're not going to get it. Okay. So, sometimes that's what I'm saying, is it makes people cry, but it's a healing cry, and so they say just, let it out. So, I was actually watching one of Amanda's classes on it, and she had said that Gary had said to basically take a bubble bath and to drop this over the bubbles and to just soak in it, and it'll help you have that emotional release. So, I decided to try it. And I'm going to just kind of share what happened with me. I did not have an emotional release. What I started out having, you guys are interrupting, okay? I know, I need you to listen to me pretty, please. Thank you. Was an anxiety attack. Literally, I'm in the bathtub and my entire body tensed up. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me right now. I'm going to have an anxiety attack in the bathtub. And I was like, no, I'm not. My body is going through something right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe through this. And so I picked up some bubbles and I rubbed them on my hands. And I just breathed in that release. And I just talked myself through this of I'm okay. It's good to feel. And my body went through this completely agitated feeling to a completely relaxed feeling. And it was crazy. And then I felt 100% drained. My whole body felt drained. I felt like lead. I felt like I couldn't move. I was like, I have to be productive today. This was a horrible idea. What was I thinking? And then I sat there and I continued to let it go over me. And I just prayed and I felt renewed and I felt strengthened. And it was really, really good. And I got up and my whole body and all day I felt very peaceful in my whole body. And it's just like one of the weirdest things. I have not felt that good in a really long time. I felt centered is what it actually did for me. And so I was slightly bummed I didn't cry because I'm trying to. But I was so just grateful for that feeling of centeredness that I had had. So that was really cool. So the next one that you're going to use is forgiveness. So you're going to put forgiveness. You are going to put a drop on your hand and you are going to warm it up and then you're going to rub it clockwise around your navel. Okay, so it encourages feelings of forgiveness. So you need to set the intention when you do this and think, I am forgiven and I forgive. Forgiveness is something I've had to practice a lot in my life. I had a very difficult childhood in that center, or in that respect. Not that I've met really a lot of people that haven't, if we're just going to be real. But I've had to really remind myself, because forgiveness doesn't just happen once. It's kind of an act of constantly forgiving. And so just speak those words into your life that, you know, if you're dealing with feelings of needing to forgive yourself, that, you know what, this mom thing's hard. I've got to ask my kids for forgiveness. I've got to forgive myself. I mean, at least once a day, right? So, and then the next one that we use is present time. I love the smell of this one. So, present time, just a drop or two in the palm of your hand. Rub your fingers in a clockwise motion and then apply it on the thymus gland, which is right here where your rib cage meets that bone right there. Okay, and it helps you to just stay focused. So if you need to stay focused throughout the day, you can also just place a drop right here on your forehead. It has neroli in it, so look that up in your guys' reference book and just see how well that what that oil really does for your body. It's absolutely amazing. And then just remember to not dwell on the past or worry about the future, but just to focus on the present. All we have is today. That's all we're promised. So let's make our present really count. So lastly, he says that when you end all of that, the morning and the night, to use your Valor 2 one more time to kind of just bring everything. So that is what gosh, I'm getting blown up. So sorry. So that's what I was able to learn, guys, just through doing all of this. I did that whole routine this morning, and like I said, it was awesome. I'm so excited to do this twice a day for 30 days and report back to you. So I am going to go ahead and give you guys some more articles and information to read at will. And then we'll wrap up here in just a few minutes. All right. Thanks for joining, guys.